Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pastor Rosemary, and this is Final Prophecy Watch. All right, I'm just making this quick video just to go over what's going on that was sort of initiated by the blood moon and the final blood moon in the tetrad that happened on the 28th of September. And we went over that in our last video a bit, but since then there's been quite a lot that's going on, and we've had some situations where there's some conflict between countries. There's been some difficulty with Russia and Syria and Israel and Syria, so there's some clashing going on between nations. And also there's at the moment a storm brewing in the east coast of America, and also of course there's this horrible shooting that has gone on in Oregon. So there's a lot of very difficult, heart-rending events, and people are talking about getting numb, or at least it's being suggested in mainstream media that people are becoming numb to these events, these types of events. And people aren't really getting numb as far as we can tell from what we've seen online. People are hurt, but they're strong, and they're dealing with it properly. And people are all just trying, they know that if they just do their job and do the things that they've committed to doing, that they will be better citizens rather than getting all upset. So it's not that that people don't have feelings, it's just that you have to do your job, because if you don't, then things break down and then things get worse. So Americans and everybody around the world needs to stay as strong as possible and try to be as magnanimous as possible. You have to understand how other people feel, but that doesn't mean you let people get away with things or take advantage of you. So the best way we all should probably behave at the moment is to just do what you need to do to take care of you and your family and the people that are important to you, and to do your job and take care of your community, your church, or whatever your community is, and do your very best. Because the way things are going, as far as I can tell, there are some astrological events. The blood moons aren't the end of it. To be precise, there's a stellium in the sign of Virgo, and basically all that's going on is that people may become very critical of themselves and others. They may become very, again, terse, curt. But the good news is they'll get a lot done, and if they can just not get too into being so perfect, then it'll be more productive. Just don't get upset, because getting nervous and upset wastes time. So it's not a good idea. And the aspects that are happening in the sign of Virgo could cause people to get upset or nervous. So everybody needs to practice whatever keeps them very nice and centered. You won't be able to be calm necessarily, but you do want to stay centered, focused, and purposeful, and you don't want to rush, but just want to do what you need to do. Rushing around isn't going to help. Okay? So that's what we wanted to just cover quickly. Also in Peru, they declared a state of emergency because of a mining, in a mining region. There was a difficult situation there. So there's things are certainly manageable. However, the time of these events, these end time events accelerating, the sort of birth pangs, if you will, are accelerating. So you want to stay frosty. All right, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next time. I'm Pastor Rosemary. This is Final Prophecy Watch.